If you want instant access to new videos as they're uploaded, then please click on the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to comment on the videos, and if you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, visit betangel.com today and download a free trial. So I thought it may be interesting for you to hear me think through, or speak aloud, what I'm actually thinking when I'm looking at a market. You may or may not find it helpful, but I'm going to do it anyway for you. So on arrival at a market, I have to make an assessment about what I will do. So this market I don't think is actually going to do much that's going to be useful for me. I don't think that there are many things here that shout at me. And what I mean by that is I'm not seeing anything spectacular. Though I am keeping an eye on the favourite here and trying to judge if I think that this is going to continue or whether it's going to bounce at this particular level. And at the moment I would say that I think that this is going to continue. So there's a lot of activity around this particular point in the market, and when you see this activity in the market, you have to start interpreting exactly what you're expecting to see. So some of it is based upon what you're seeing elsewhere in the market, and some of it's based upon the activity that's occurring right at the start in this particular market. Now I think this market will be harder to read, so I would scale back stakes and not be so aggressive on this, and it's simply a combination of factors that have led me to believe that. But you can see that after that initial bounce the price has come back down again. So where a lot of people get caught out is the price goes up and it comes down, and you know, they take a position on the price coming in and then it just bounces and that pushes them out, and suddenly they're at a loss, and then suddenly the price comes back in and they've reversed their position, and so on and so forth. So my view is over the next few seconds, not or even longer than that. It's, you know, it's not over a 5-tick move or something. I'm trying to make a judgment on something that is about to happen, or whether it's going to push in one direction. So you make a judgment on direction. So my judgment here was that the price on this is going to come in, and when you look at that judgment you start looking for factors that are going to improve that chance or decrease the chance. So once you've taken a position on what you're going to do, then you need to look for things that justify that, and that's what I do at this particular stage. At the moment this is flat, and I'm not seeing anything to say that this is going to come charging in. So I think the price is going to stall at this particular point. I trade off of more than one screen, so I have charts and other information available to me, and it's interpreting all of that. That's telling me what the situation is going to do next. So you can see how we actually have had the price come in a little bit. So you know, it stalled for ages around this point, which is not unusual. But the price is continuing to come in. But can you see my first judgment on where the price is going to go was correct? The only thing I'd say at the moment is that we're seeing a little bit of activity over here. So I'm keeping an eye over here to see if that is getting backed in. Because ultimately what we need is we need something to drift out in order to apply pressure to the favourite. And we're not really seeing that. We're not far from the start of this race. So it's not a particularly strong trade. So, you know, I'd be using small stakes at this particular occasion. So the market's just like drifting sideways. We are getting the pressure on the price to come in, but it's just not happening dramatically. So I'd be nipping in and out at this particular stage because I'm not seeing the strength, and I'm not seeing activity that's pushing prices up elsewhere. So it'll be a slightly more cautious trade, but I'm looking for the price to come down a little bit before the start of this race. We're very near the start now, so at this particular point I would have to start thinking about exiting. So you can see there's been a bit of activity. I've got the general bias right, but there just hasn't been much of a move. But that's fine, because what you're trying to do is not lose money most of the time. And as long as you don't get into stupid positions, then you'll be able to trade a large number of markets without too many difficulties. So we've generally got this right here, but the market wasn't with us. We just didn't see the move that we required. So they're lining up to go now. You'd be out of your trade at this particular point. But hopefully you can see you know, exactly what I was thinking there and what I was going to try and do. Sometimes you just don't get the move, but it's more important that you generally get things right. And every now and again you'll get a really nice move. It's just more important that you don't make stupid mistakes. So we could have gone in, got out as it bounced up, and then changed our position again and ended up exactly where we started, but with a small loss. But we wouldn't have done that. We would have sat here, tried to get a little bit of move out of it, and at worst on this particular trade we would have broken even. If you're interested in learning more about BetAngel, visit betangel.com and download a free trial today.